So, Marissa, we're outside. It's like really bad weather.
Yes, it is.
You're under a spotlight, like you're in the middle of an episode of like Batman or something. I can see the rain. This is a rainy day. How you feeling?
Yeah,
Cold?
cold and wet.
Cold and wet.
Yes.
What are we doing out here?
Trying to find crabbies or lost up seashells, like washed up seashells that are big. I can't see what. That have washed up from the ocean, well, the storm that happened earlier, and now we're in the middle of like
A tsunami.
yes, but also what was it called? It's not thunder.
Well, there was some heat lightning
Yeah,
earlier.
it's heat lightning now. So
Yeah.
we are actually being crazy and coming out here trying to find crabs and washed up seashells.
All right, well, let's go see what we can find. We gotta be careful though, because it's raining, so I gotta watch out for the camera.
Yep. Ow.
All right.
That was a big drop. Ow.
You know what you found?
No.
That would actually be an oyster shell.
Can I open it?
You know, like the one you opened with the pearl?
Yeah, I did open already.
Yeah, that one's already open. It is raining harder and harder and harder.
It is getting harder and harder.
Yes.
Nichole Mom answered that I found an oyster shell.
All right, are we still looking for crabs?
Yeah.
All right.
Really cool, unique shells like I just found. Nothing yet, except for this lobster.
The big blob thingy. So, still out here in the middle of what feels like a monsoon, trying to find crabs or you know, shark's teeth, anything else. And my children have pretty much left me to go way out there, but I can still see them because they're lights. Putting lights on the back of their heads, that way I can keep an eye on them. But looking, and hopefully maybe this rain will die down. It's like it's supposed to have already stopped, but if it don't, well, we'll go in. Right now I'm soaking wet. I might have to switch to the iPhone here in a second if the rain doesn't stop, because I don't want to get this camera wet. So we'll see how it goes. So what is it you're showing me?
I found a chip.
Chip.
Seashell.
Oh, a seashell?
It looks like a chip though.
Your flashlight's shining at me so I can't see. There we go. This looks like a potato chip is what you're saying. Yeah.
Last year's video, Daddy ate him. Almost. He was acting like he ate.
Last year what?
Last year, you acted like you were eating a crab.
I'm looking at it right now. There's all these waves out here. It's crazy. Well, yeah, that was the tide. We're at low tide right now.
That was like high.
That's why we're out here trying to see if we can't find a shark's tooth or anything.
Possibly even like a really good shell that was washed up.
Yeah, anything. Alright, well, let's keep walking.
Rain.
They probably can't hear us. Look at that wind.
But whenever the wind gusts and stuff, it blew off my hat. So we're going back.
We're not going back yet.
Yes, we are.
Alright, what's this? Shark tooth. So Marissa's decided that once we found a shark's tooth, we were going back because it was just too much out here.
Now the hard part is trying to go back.
The hard part's trying to go back.
Yep.
How's that hard?
Because it's not that far.
Put the hat back on and we'll go.
No, it goes off.
Alright, I thought we were going in.
But it stopped raining and it's not as bad.
Well, it's still raining. I see raindrops.
It's not as bad. It's not cutting my face.
It's not cutting your face.
But it's like, it's hurting my face, but now it's not.
So we're going to keep looking?
Yes.
Alright, well, let's keep looking. Alright, so back up the light a little bit so we can see.
It's currently 1 in the morning.
It's not 1, it's 12:45.
It's still, it's almost 1. It's 15 minutes.
Over dramatic.
I Well, we're going to be up how late we were yesterday. We found 3 shark teeth. I found a shell, plus another 2 shells in here. And then my hat blew off, same as this. It was God's movie, and I don't need my lights anymore.
Yeah. So we're back in.
Yeah.
And we're gonna go dry off, right?
Yeah.
Alright. Here's the broken one.
We get the broken one. We get the broken one.
What are you looking for?
I don't know. But here, I don't know.
Going up. Alright, here we go.
My hair tastes bad.
Yeah, I'd probably say salty and sandy. And so you're back. You're somewhat dry.
Yes, somewhat dry.
You're at least in pajamas.
Yes.
It's still
Like,
just getting
yeah,
at 1 o'clock in the
just
morning,
getting at 1 o'clock in the morning.
I wish it'd focus. There you go. So we're just getting at 1 o'clock in the morning.
I stole the best one for last because I don't want you guys to see it yet. But
Now you did what?
I hid the best one in my lap so you guys can't see it yet.
Oh, so you had the best
So,
shark's tooth?
Yes.
So we made an agreement,
Well, I
one
also
shark's
had
tooth.
the best, like, looking one.
So we made an agreement, 1 shark's tooth before we come back in. And we found 1 shark's tooth, which I think actually is the one that she just hid.
Yeah.
And then we
No, it's
decided.
this.
No, I think it was the other one you hid. It was that
The
one.
other one, the fancy one.
Yep, the fancy one.
Yeah.
So
but
the
this
fancy
is
one, which you don't see yet, was the first one, and then we started walking back towards the shore, like I mentioned earlier, and it got
And,
to where we thought
yeah.
the storm was dying down, so we went back out, and of course,
We got 2 more teeth. So we made
Well-
another agreement to get 2 more teeth. So we got 1 tooth, and then we made an agreement to get 2 more teeth. So we found 2 more teeth. I don't know if these are exact ones, but these are the 2 more teeth. And then
well, so I'll tell you, this is the one that I was asked if it was a shark's tooth, and I said yes, it is.
It's a
And
piece
we
of
were
one.
going to keep looking, and as we go to walk up towards the building again to keep looking, there are 2 more shark's teeth that I look down and find immediately, and it's these 2. At the same time, I'm asked about this other one that is really big.
but then there's also this one that we
Okay.
were talking about earlier.
So this is the first one. This was the fancy one. This is the one we found in the beginning that we said that we would head back in and then decided we'd wait. And then the finale, the biggest one, is this one. And
This is where it was down in its mouth, the rubber kind of feeling bit, and it was black. And from there on, it was just gray. And it was actually really neat because I did not know that anybody found that one until
Yep.
I saw.
so when you look at the shark's tooth, you can see that it's kind of like a grayish color on the bottom, the actual tooth, and then you have this part up here which is kind of like she mentioned, up in the gum area, if you want to call it that. But the
Like the red bit that's in your mouth holding your teeth in, it's kind of there.
kind of like the root.
Yeah.
So that was the biggest one, and then we had the 3 smaller ones, and then the tiny one that's like a fraction of one.
This one is actually like this much of a tooth, but it has more. But since it's been broken from the waves, and possibly it was a broken tooth that it had, it's this much, which is this much of this tooth.
Yep. All right, so there's our find for the night.